Can y'all hear me? I know. I see you, Rocky. I see you, Rocky. Everybody keeps saying the sound is off. Everybody keeps saying, spin you, bro. Can y'all hear me? Tell me y'all can hear me. My man Joe Miller said he can hear me in the background, but I need to see if y'all can hear me. Well, all right, there we go. So I'm gonna do that whole thing again. So y'all just saw me doing all of this. It was like this. I was a ventriloquist for a second. Listen, it's a good show. I'm excited. I got my best Joe Miller joining me. It's been a minute since we've been on the camera, on the screen together. So I'm excited for this. We got Ashley Petty joining us. We got Ranting Ron joining us. We got the Hoof Pod, both those guys joining us. We got, let me see, we got my man Buffalo Bill, or Brother Bill. I'm sorry, I call him Buffalo Bill, and all of a sudden, Brother Bill joining us. Let's drove 4 hours just to punt a sandwich. He has to come on here and give us some energy for the Sunday night football game. Tonight's show is going to be about really just energy. I want to have a good time. I want to celebrate the fact that it's Sunday night football. I want to celebrate the fact that we're 9-3 going against a 11 team, and we are the game of the week. So it's not just Sunday night football because they scheduled it that way. It's Sunday night football because it's the game of the week. It's the game to watch. The Buffalo Bills are finally in this, and we're going to do it. So I'm going to be joined by my bestie. I'm going to be joined by my man's in them, Joe Miller. We're going to bring him in real quick from Buffalo Fanatics and the Overreaction Podcast. What's up, Joe? Oh, I see you. The Corey Bajorquez jersey. I love it.
Dude, like legit, I have coined a hashtag. The hashtag is, for all of Bill's Mafia, Boho Mojo. Hashtag Boho Mojo. Because I have worn this jersey twice. The Bills have won twice. We're 2-0. Bajorquez has only had to punt, I think, twice or 3 times. But Boho Mojo. So we're going to keep that Boho Mojo rolling tonight, y'all.
And for the record, because everybody kept telling me I was on mute. So for the record, I'm at a remote location. This is not where I normally my show. So my system is set up to automatically pick up the mic that Joe is actually using right now. We have the same mic. So It's set up to pick that mic up. I'm actually using my headphones. So that's why I apologize, everybody. I see a couple mad faces up here. If you guys can like and share, I will appreciate that.
That's funny. That's good.
Hey, Corey Bajorquez, man.
You're supposed to be buying the Tyler Bass jersey. What's up with that?
I said if he kicks a game-winning field, you know what? I won't even debate it. I'll buy it. I'll just get it. I won't even
for the special teams team. You and I.
Yeah, no, I'll just get it because I won't even debate. Like, you know, we drafted him. He's here for the next couple of years, I'll get it. It's all good.
We'll have to get We'll have to get a third member of our squad to get a Ferguson jersey.
Well, you know what? If Reed, I'll say this publicly: if Reed gets voted to the Pro Bowl, I'll buy his jersey.
So you're gonna have a Tyler Bass and a Reed jersey?
And a Reed, Bills Mafia. I need y'all to send my man Reed Ferguson to the Pro Bowl. No. I didn't say authentic.
Boy, be throwing the money around.
No, I didn't say authentic. This drink gonna cost me like $30. What I'm saying.
This is a Chinese special.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. We gonna get that $30, Reed Ferguson joint. But
that's awesome.
But hey,
awesome.
I know you just did the tailgate with Buffalo Fanatics. How'd that go?
Super good. Yeah. So last week, so you and I used to do it together, right? We used to do the primetime games together. And last week it was myself, Clay Troya, and Z-Bot, Zach. And that was the first time we'd been together. And the Bills manhandled the 49ers. So we wanted to kind of keep that superstition rolling and start out the tailgate. So I just came off with Clay and Zach, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of energy. Bills Mafia has a lot of energy coming into this football game. And I think what's funny about it, and this was the question that I posed to them, is last week on Sunday, all there was chatter and conversation and Twitter noise about how everybody hates anything but a 1:00 Bills football game. Like, I hate the Bills in prime time. I just want 1:00. I just want 1:00. And then the Bills go out there and they manhandle the 49ers. And what happens? All of a sudden, nobody's chattering about 1:00 on Sunday anymore. All of a sudden, it's like the Bills on prime time. Let's go.
Well, I want to ask you that though, like, because I mean, I know obviously as a content creator, you know, we have to deal with how emotions are and how people feel about things. And
I don't have to deal with it. my show overreaction show. I can just do whatever I want.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because everybody, yeah. So but how do you feel about prime game, like because really the Monday night games are the only games I hate. So like for instance, it's Sunday night football. It's still Sunday, so I'm okay with it. Like I can like I'm at my friend's house, so we're over here and talking, and like he watched his team, and then my other friend watched their team. So now it's like nighttime. It's my time, So I like that. But how do you feel about the primetime game on Sunday?
So this is going to be a super what's the word? This answer is going to be all over the place. So I'll start with like what Liam is saying. So if you put Liam's comment up there, like he doesn't get home on Sundays from work until 2:00. Being that I'm a vocational minister, I don't get home from work on Sundays. I work every Sunday, and I don't get home from work until usually 1:30, 1:45. So for me, rarely do I get the opportunity to watch the football game in real time with Bills Mafia. So like I get home and I literally have to put my phone on airplane mode. Otherwise it'll start blowing up from text messages if good things are happening or bad things are happening. So I like not being on 1:00 games for that reason, that I can be engaged live with Bills Mafia from the top. However, at the same time, and John Fina and I talked about this on the Off Tackle with John Fina show that came out on Friday. The Bills didn't fare well in prime time, even in the 90s. There was many times the Bills were 11-1 or 13-3, not 13-3, sorry, 13-2 or something like that, or had some crazy record, would go to Kansas City to play the Chiefs on Monday Night Football and would get slaughtered by Christian Okoye and the Chiefs, or, get pounded by the Steelers in primetime football. The Bills have traditionally not done well in prime time. I was at the Dallas Cowboys' first Monday Night Football game that we had in how many years? The Nick Folk game, right? Where like all the chaos happened at my end of the field. Terrence McGee ran to my end of the field. The Chris Kelsey interception touchdown was at my end of the field. Actually, his kick was at my end of the field, the game winner. So there's an aspect of PTSD that I have as well in regards to seeing the Bills play on primetime. But last year at Thanksgiving, I saw something different from this football team. I saw a football team and a coaching staff that didn't bow under the lights. And what happened in Tennessee and what happened against the Chiefs was not enough to make me believe that this team folds like a chair in primetime. I think this is a team that's ready for the lights, that's ready for primetime. If that, like I said, long answer to a kind of a short question.
No, talk that talk, Joe. Like that's what I need to hear. That's what I'm asking you to say, because obviously my man just opened the door. So just so y'all know, that's what happened. The sound. I just had to. I don't have a. I know we normally do the Manscaped read. I don't have a read for
you can
Crown
do
Royal.
Do it. Send it to them.
It is the best whiskey that you're gonna buy for whatever price you pay. It is the best whiskey. I think it's top shelf, even though you might probably spend hundreds more on others. Crown Royal is the best. Okay,
Crown is top shelf. Crown is top shelf, bro. Crown is top shelf.
No, I'm saying like they have others like the top. Yeah. Crown is the best, even on those.
There's a lot of Elijah Craig in this household because Elijah Craig is cheap. What up, Sterls?
My man, Sterls for the girls. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Look at that, man. Look at that detail tile behind him. That's like you're living large up there. What's up?
It's the only way to live around here, apparently.
Actually,
hang out.
She's going.
I took her out. No, I took her out because she said she was trying to prepare some things.
Oh, gotcha.
I wanted to make sure my friend Ashley is prepared to go. I want to set her up right because he's dope. So, what's up, Steros for the girls?
Hey,
internet hug.
All day. All day. Right there.
What's up, my guy?
Man. Hey, what have y'all been doing all day?
Man, I've been drinking.
I've been
drinking.
I just finished a really intense workout, and now it's time to drink.
Oh, so now, Ashley, you make me feel bad. You finished an intense workout.
She will come in.
Right.
Hey, work hard, play hard, right?
That's right. I was melting into the couch. By the way, so I've talked a lot to Ron before, but I've never talked to Ashley. So Ashley, nice to meet you. I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe. Good to meet you officially.
Exactly.
Okay. So everybody, just so you know, obviously this is the Chop Up. We're going live pregame before the show. This is what I was planning to do. I have Ashley Petty. I got Joe Miller. I got Steros for the girls. I got Ranting Ron. I got a couple other guests coming in. But listen, we got some good. This is content. This is good content. So before we go further, first, I'm gonna throw a question out here. I'm gonna go with Ashley first, then we're gonna go to Steros, and then I'm gonna bring Ron in. Ashley, what are you looking for? Like, what are your keys to victory tonight? What are you looking forward to? Like, what do we have to do to win this game?
Okay, I'm sorry I did not hear a word you just said because my sound is all messed up on StreamYard. Every time someone gets added, I think you said, "What are our keys to victory tonight?" Maybe?
That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because now it's good. Every time someone gets added or subtracted for some reason, my sound gets really choppy. Honestly, I think this team needs to not get too excited about the fact that, Pittsburgh just lost. They're going to come back with a vengeance. They're not going to want to go, 11-2. But we did see a stat today that said the last 7 teams that were 11-1, 4 of them have lost 2 consecutive games after their first loss. So I think the stats are kind of in our favor today. I just think Josh Allen needs to do what he's been doing, stay consistent, don't get overly, pass happy, but he's been really consistent this season. I have no complaints there. As for the defense, make sure we create those turnovers like we did last week. They were super important when they came. Keep it up with the turnovers. I know Tre'Davious White's, had a little bit of a rough patch this season, but I think, getting his interception last week got his wheels spinning again. I definitely want to see, Jordan Poyer get another pick, Micah Hyde, maybe someone out in there. Defensive line, we've seen a little inconsistency with the run game, but or the pass rush. So I want to see a little more consistency there. Overall, I can't. This team has been incredible. I have no complaints really lately. I'm interested to see who they do. I'm not sure if you guys have the inactives yet, but I'm not sure who's inactive on tight end. I'm very interested to see if Tyler Kroft will be playing this game. I'm hoping he does.
Tyler Kroft is not playing.
He's not playing. I was going to say he provides another element, like a different dimension. But Dawson Knox has been doing better. I don't know if Twitter bullied him into doing better this season or better the last couple weeks. But he's been playing better, so it's nice to see that. Sorry, I just went all over the map. But
no, you're good. You're good. Well, let me ask you this before I take you off your solo shot here. Those curtains are dope. Where'd you get the curtains?
Honestly, you're gonna laugh because the girl before me who lived here left them here, and I was like, they fit really well with the place, so I'm just gonna keep that. And then I added the lights with Amazon. $20.
Well, I need those.
Just fell downstairs somebody's house.
Yeah, somebody's not cool. Somebody died. I don't know what's happening. Hey. Wait, we got feedback somewhere from somebody. I'm just gonna mute everybody real quick to make sure that I don't know who it's from.
It's Anthony. Oh, it's Ron.
It's from Ron.
Not me? Okay.
Yeah, Ron. No, it's not. It's not everybody else. Ron, you gotta fix your sound, man. We love you, but I won't add you back until you fix it. Love you.
We got a Megapod going on here.
Megapod. Yeah, we got a Megapod. So. I first asked the question to Ashley about our keys to victory. I was going to go to Ron next. We're going to go to Sterling first. Or next, obviously, because Ron is dealing with some technical difficulties. So Sterling, what do you feel like is the key to victory for the Bills tonight against the Steelers? I was about to say the Patriots. I'm saucy, man. I'm tipsy.
The Bills got to stay within themselves, man. I think getting too hyped up for this game is not going to – that's not who the Bills are. Sam McDermott and these guys, they're very meticulous about their approach. I mean, we all know this, right? But I think when you break down the matchups, I think Josh Allen has to – this game will be won or lost by how Josh Allen reads pre-snap. I think he can't get caught up in the the little head games that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do in terms of disguising their blitzes, whether that's from the safety position or rush linebackers and so forth. I think the reason why you see Tyler Kroft not being in the game tonight is because they're going to use Lee Smith as an extra blocker on that line. So to kind of chip away with TJ Watt. So they got to establish a run game. That's another thing too. This Pittsburgh Steelers team, they don't run the ball well, but I think there's opportunities to be had in the run game for the Bills. I think if you kind of rely on the draws and kind of some of the pitches to the outside, I think this Steelers defense is susceptible that way. This is the top defense in the league. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's nothing that you can't make plays on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get too caught up in the bushes, in the weeds. I just think there's got to be who they are. I think if you smack Pittsburgh in the mouth, you're going to win because I don't feel like that they're strong on either side of the ball at the point of attack. On the
slap them. Let's slap them. So first, before I move on from that, Sterling had a good point. He had a very, very good point. Joe, what do you personally feel about well, obviously what Sterling just said, but
Sure.
the big point is that the Bills need to slap people in the mouth. Like, what do you feel about the game plan? And if we're able, like with the Steelers, so they have Hayden out. They have there's actually a couple of good key defensive players out.
Yep.
What do you think about the Bills' chances, and are we able to just slap them in the mouth like that?
So I've been saying since before the season started, you and I started podcasting together in like May or June, somewhere around there. And I was, when the Hump Day Hotline started, like with you and I, like I was calling for it back then. Like the Bills have enough talent, and they've got the guys to literally just line up and just smash the guy across the line of scrimmage in the face. Like, you know what? We have the better team, and we're going to beat you. And we're going to do the things that are going to beat you until you stop us. And to be honest with you, I don't know that we've necessarily really seen that a whole lot this year. We saw it in the Niners game. The Bills definitely came out in the Niners game, and they're like, you know what? We're going to be us, and we're going to just challenge you to stop us. The one thing I would say about Sterling's point, the defense for the Steelers is formidable, absolutely formidable. But when you look at who they've played, so the teams that they've beaten, the Giants average 19 points a game. The Broncos average 18 points a game. The Texans, when they beat them, were averaging 20 points a game. The Eagles average 21 points a game. The Cowboys 22. The Bengals 19. The Jaguars 20. The Buffalo Bills average almost 30 points a game. To me, I don't think they've seen an offense like the Bills yet this season. So yes, to everything that we've talked about, if there's almost an aspect, you would never do it. You'd never come out with the same exact game plan that you had last week, but there's a measure of coming out with the same exact game plan they had last week. And however the Pittsburgh Steelers line up. So if they line up in man, Josh beats them with man. And if they switch to zone, Josh beats them in zone, or vice versa. Like this team has the ability to beat their opponent however they want to, in my opinion.
Okay, so with that being said, you're talking about the offense, which is like obviously I feel like this year it's almost a given. Like, look, we got Josh, which sounds weird to say. Like, we have that offense. Anthony, what do you think about the defense? So how do you feel like the defense has to perform in order for us to win tonight? Do you think that it's literally just down to the way the offense has been playing recently, or is it down to the defense and the offense completely?
The defense definitely has to do its thing in this game. I think if we look at the past 3, 4, even 5 games, the Bills defense has continued to get better along the way. And that's what we need them to do down the stretch going into the playoffs, right? We want to see that elite defense that we saw the last 3 years come back. And we saw glimpses of that over the past few games. Now, I hate this. If we probably took out the prevent defense, or the non-prevent, as I like to call it, since they've been giving up garbage time touchdowns all season long, and 3 or 2 touchdowns last week, even against San Francisco. But the key thing on the defense, Joe brought up the matchups that the Steelers have had all year long and on offense. And I think you could say the same thing on defense. They've kind of had smooth sailing within even their division, playing, Cleveland. Baltimore has a legitimate defense. But other than that, all of those teams they've played are not strong on defense. And now you have to face the likes of Trey White. And our weakness on defense is probably the CB2 position, where they will need help, but we have safeties back there who are capable of it. We know that Ben Roethlisberger wants to get the ball out quick. Well, guess what? We got Matt Milano back, and that is a key part of this game, I think, because he is the one to defend on those short passes. And now that he's back, if he plays to his full capability, that he's going to shut that down. And then we get to the defensive line as well, which I think last week, as we talked about on our show, had their best game of the season together. They're playing together. They're finally starting to gel. You can make the moves, and whoever they bring in seems to be able to make a play. That's going to be key in this game, I think, because if one thing that the Bills have struggled with a little bit this season is mobile quarterbacks. And Ben Roethlisberger is not a mobile quarterback. He's tough to bring down, but he ain't mobile anymore. So, if they can get to him, get the pressure on, get your hands up, cause him to force the ball out, get a couple of turnovers from him, that's going to be huge in this game. So the defense just has to keep doing what they're doing, keep improving, keep playing up to their level. The weakness is CB2, which I think we've all had our eyes on for a while. Levi's got to step up, or maybe they bring in Dane Jackson. We'll see. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Okay. I mean, so you bring up a couple points of, like, different areas that we need to look at. Another point that I want to bring up. So Joe talked about the offense, and we talked about Josh, and we talked about all that. First, I'm gonna ask Ashley, and then I'm gonna go back to Joe, and then I have a different question for Sterls. But Ashley and Joe, so with the offense, which running back do you think will be featured, and should we feature the running game, or should it be a Josh Allen show? So we'll start with ours.
It's been tough for both of them this season. I mean, you saw they took out Zach Moss last week after he fumbled, and it brings back the ghost of Devin Singletary from last year. He kept fumbling, and it's like, when are we going to solve these problems with these running backs that we have? I think they're going to trust more in Devin Singletary tonight. He did a decent job last week. I mean, the run game seemed to pick up a little bit. He had about, I believe, 61 yards last week. So I was really glad to see the run game sort of revived a little bit, even though the pass game was obviously still featured more. I think Josh is definitely going to have a couple planned QB runs, but I guess we'll have to see. I definitely think Devin Singletary is the way to go tonight, though.
Devin Singletary. Wow. Okay. What about you, Joe? You think Devin Singletary is the way?
So the way is, in my opinion, is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, to me, you pass early, you pass often, and you establish the run, and you get Josh Allen in a rhythm early. The weather here, I'm in Buffalo, I'm in the South Towns. I know Ashley's in Buffalo as well. In Hamburg, it's cold, but it's not raining and it's not windy. There's a little bit of a breeze, so this is not going to be a difficult night to pass. In my opinion, you pass to set up the run, and that guy tonight, to Ashley's point, is Devin Singletary. As much as we love, Spence, you and I talked about it, we love I'm going to make people make business decisions. Zach Moss just hasn't, whether it's his stature, whether he just hasn't found his groove, whether the game's just too big for him. Guys that make people make business decisions are named Derrick Henry, right? Like, like Zach Moss isn't that big of a guy. So for me, until he can find his feet, find his legs, it's Devin Singletary. And the reality is, and Coach said it, that fumble hurt him. I mean, that fumble, it put him in a position where he's going to have to wait a minute.
Yeah, the fumble definitely hurts because, first, aside from a turnover in the end zone, it hurts. But aside from it being a turnover in the end zone, it hurts because, the team trusted you. And when the team no longer, because it was clear that the coaching staff decided to pull him and say, you know what, we're going to go with motor because today is just too big of a day for you.
Right.
Sterls, do you think that this stage could be too big for our rookies? And even I'm gonna pull it back for a second because we haven't even talked about Josh really. Like, we talked about Josh as far as being dominant lately and like being Josh.
Yeah.
We've also seen moments where the moment has been too big, even though it seems like he's clutch, like fourth quarter comebacks, he's clutch. Do you feel like this is a moment that could change the narrative about what Josh is and who he is when it comes to being like the guy and not making dumb decisions?
Yeah. I think because he's had a few games under his belt where he's been able to be in the prime time and the big lights, I think that that idea is gonna be put to bed tonight. Josh Allen is a clutch player. I mean, there is no doubt about it. Now, as far as the rookies are concerned, they don't really have like big prominent roles. So they don't have much pressure to have great games, to be successful. But Josh Allen's gonna ball out. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna put Buffalo on his back tonight. And he's got something to prove, man. He's got something to prove. This is a kid who's been kind of put down his whole life, told that what he can and cannot do, always overlooked. And now I think he showed that on Monday Night Football. Like, okay, he's in his home state. That was a big deal. And we didn't even like bring that up that much, that Josh Allen was in his home state. He loved the 49ers growing up. So I think that he's going to ball out tonight. It ain't going to be too big for him. Watch. He gonna put some people to sleep tonight. They're going to rock the baby, right? That's what he's going to do.
Hey, rock the baby. You know what? Before I go to Ashley and ask that, Joe, you got something to say?
I was just to say, the point that Sterling makes is great. Like the fact that, like, I'm not convinced that the Sunday night stage is bigger than the Monday night stage. Even still, like the legend and the folklore that lives with Monday Night Football. Like, if we all remember, Sunday Night Football was Monday Night Football. Like that's where the team was. Al Michaels was there. And the fact that Josh Allen played in his hometown last week, like, if there's a place you want to play good, if there's a place there's pressure, it's there. And let's face it, Robert Saleh is an amazing defensive coordinator. Like, and he beat him. like Robert Saleh 3 times. His face showed up on the screen, and the dude was like, "I don't know what to do. Like this kid's killing me. Like, talk about it." Right?
Yeah, and you make a great point. And then you go back and you look at some of this, what the Steelers do on defense. You're going to see a lot of cover one with Minkah Fitzpatrick just playing like a general in the backfield, right? And if they do that, they leave the middle of the field wide open for crossers and so forth. Also, you got to realize that they're 2 middle linebackers, Robert Spillane and Vince Williams. They're not that athletic, so there's opportunities to be made right in the middle, intermediate middle field. I mean,
Spillane's out. So, yeah.
No, he's not out. Is he out?
Pretty sure.
Well, if I don't know if Spillane, but if he is, that's huge, because then you got Avery Williamson in there. So we already seen what Avery Williamson is about. So I'm not really worried about him in coverage or anything like that. But I think the damage is going to be done over the middle of the field. There's going to be opportunities to be made.
Spillane is not on the inactives list, so he is playing.
He was ruled out on Friday from the.
If he is, that's huge.
Hang on a second. So the
report on Friday, he was out along with Joe Hayden. Neither are playing today.
Cole Beasley all day.
The current Steelers inactive list is Josh Dobbs, Joe Hayden, Anthony McFarland, Derwin Gray, Kevin Rader, and Isaiah Buggs. That's who's on it. Now, if he's on IR, that's different, but he is not on the current. If he was ruled out on Friday, he'd still be on the inactives list, would he not?
Yeah, I don't think they can do that, but
I guess we'll find out.
That'd be interesting.
You can make somebody active. Well, Anthony, just so you go, people can become active right before the game. Just so you know, it doesn't if you make them inactive Friday, they can still, like, if a miracle happens, you can make them active.
Like John,
even if they're ruled out,
Right,
I thought
right.
the NFL changed those rules. You have to list them as questionable if they're questionable to play on Sunday. But if they're ruled out, which he was on Friday, you can't bring them back on Sunday and say, "Oh, all of a sudden he's not out." At least as far as I thought, anyway. That the NFL changed those rules a while back because that was part of also taking out probable or all that, right? Like certain rules, they don't want you to say somebody's not going to be there, and then all of a sudden, oh, we changed our mind, he shows up, right? So as far as I know, he should not be playing in this game, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and he can. Anybody, a rules expert? We need a.
I'm Googling it right now. Keep the conversation going. I'll look for it.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask you a question, Joe, but so are you ready for the question?
Never mind. I will. You've got my attention.
Okay, so Anthony actually prematurely answered something. So instead of asking Anthony, I ask you. I know Anthony. He jumps into stuff.
Right
he does a lot. He does a lot. So before we do that, so Joe, let me ask you this. Another point that has been a topic.
I saw that, Ashley. I saw that.
Ooh.
I saw
what
that.
happened?
We got the throwback helmet.
Oh, I need to get a Crown Royal cup that has like the.
You do.
Anyway, what was the question?
If you do that though, you gotta drink it while it's in the bag, the Crown Royal bag, bro. You know how we do.
The bag is for change, homie. The bag is for change.
Everyone was making them into masks at the beginning of this. So
no, I did. I got 2 Crown Royal masks. I actually have Crown Royal pants. But we'll go from there. Crown Royal make me a free.
As an update, I did find Spillane. They put him on the IR, so that's why.
Anthony, wait. I'm talking about Crown Royal pants, man. You can't break up the conversation about Crown Royal pants and clothing to talk about football. You just can't.
These are the only pants that matter. Come on.
No.
Hey, that boy's showing some legs.
Ashley got it. Let's go.
I gotta get me a Zuba's suit next. That's
But seriously, Joe, what do you think of, because a topic of conversation recently has been second cornerback position. So behind cornerback, behind Trey White, we've had some issues when it comes to Levi Watt.
No.
I have very, very, and I'm the first guy to say I don't publicly I try not to speak negatively about our players because I'm not a professional player. So, like, for me to be like, oh, you got to cover better, I can't get out there and cover better. So I don't talk about players.
Sure.
But the thing is, he's not playing up to par. Like, to be a CB2, he's not playing up to par. So for me to not talk bad, but at the same time be honest about you not playing up to par is a different, like that's two different conversations.
Sure.
What do you feel about tonight's game? And then if he doesn't perform well, then what do you want to see going forward? Like going forward from our team, who do you want to see in that spot? I'll hang up and listen.
Well, Ashley already answered.
Yep.
So
quietly,
it's a loaded question because we've learned through the last 3 years that first of all, McDermott's going to do what McDermott wants, and McDermott's going to play the guys that McDermott wants to play. Regardless, there's nobody that's going to argue that Brian Winters was playing well, that Brian Winters was playing better than Quentin Spain played last year before they re-signed him. Meanwhile, the fact is for some reason we're not in the locker room. We don't know what was going on with Ike Butker or any of the other guys. We don't know if in the meeting rooms that like Brian Winters had all the answers and knew all the play calls and knew all the checks, whereas Ike Butker wasn't paying attention or wasn't doing his homework. And I would say there's a similar thing with Levi right now. We don't know why Levi is the CB2. They signed Josh Norman. You would think, right, to replace Levi or to basically be the number 2 on the opposite side of Trey, but they didn't. I mean, Josh Norman had some injuries, but even last week they didn't put him in. This is what I would say as it pertains to this whole cornerback situation. We have played some incredible wide receiver teams, not incredible wide receivers, incredible wide receiver teams that have had multiple wide receivers on the field that were dominant, including last week. There's a lot of arguments and a lot of conversations about Levi's play. And if you're looking for a guy that can make a tackle, Levi's the guy. If you're looking for a guy that poses a risk to the quarterback, Levi is not that guy. For myself, I at least want some measured risk. I'm not going to throw to Trey because obviously the 49ers found out. They targeted him once. He intercepted the football. I at least want the other guy to be like 30% risk, not 0 risk, 30%. Is Dane Jackson that guy? I don't know. They're both. I mean, Dane was a 7th rounder. Levi's undrafted. I don't know what the answer is. For some reason right now, coach is playing Levi over Josh Norman, over Dane Jackson, over these other guys. We will probably never know why until it's time.
Well, let's remember, too, that we have EJ Gaines, who opted out this year because of coronavirus. So that's another thing that kind of like throws a wrench in the defensive plans that they had for this year. I'm a huge Dane Jackson fan. I am very adamant about it on Twitter. I don't hate Levi Wallace by any means. Like Joe said, he can make a tackle. He's that guy. But Dane Jackson was creating turnovers, and that's what we need on this defense more, is to create more turnovers.
I think that brings up the point, Jay Spence, you started with saying that he's not playing up to expectations. And that kind of made me like, well, I don't know that he's not playing up to expectations. He's just expected to play as an average player. None of us expected him to be a Pro Bowler for sure. And we know that that's part of McDermott's game plan, right? We've got one shutdown corner, and the other one is paste it together with pieces that you can. So he's been playing average. It's not good enough.
No,
it's McDermott's choice.
Anthony, no.
And same thing when people are like, "Oh, we're going to take a cornerback in the first round." That would be great.
Anthony.
It's not what McDermott does.
Anthony. I don't think I've said your name. I feel like I've never said the name Anthony that many times like in my entire life. Like, I feel like when your wife has sex with you, she doesn't say your name. Like, listen, bro, Levi Wallace is not playing good. I don't care how you try to word it. I don't care how you try to put it. Levi should not be on the field.
Well, we saw that Norman was more of a liability out there, though, at least when he was out there.
No, I saw Levi for 3 games this year?
I mean, yeah.
No, seriously. We saw Levi for last season.
So, again,
no. Did we see him last season?
Exactly. Yes. And the coaches decided that. Again, we as fans and we as commentators.
No. You don't get to deep past that. What do you mean? We saw him last season and was like, okay, and the coaches saw. You felt like he was good last year?
No, he's average. He's exactly what we expect him to be. Right? That's what my point is, that the coaches know that he's average and continue
why
to
is
put
he
him
still out
because
there?
they are okay with that. That's how his defense runs. McDermott's defense always has done this. One shutdown corner, one guy who's average Joe from the street, and we bring him in and we rotate that position as much as we need to in order to continue winning, whatever it is, right? It's not about
more fans on my show than me, and I don't like it. You got more fans.
I don't think the team ever thought Levi was going to become this Pro Bowl player. That they drafted Dane Jackson. Again, another guy that they can hopefully bring in and paste in and see how he works out next to next to a shutdown corner. So, I mean, it's not going to be – that's just how the team feels about it. Now, we all know that we want a better cornerback too, just as many people are clamoring for us to draft one in the first round. And I, as a betting man, always say I'll bet any amount that doesn't happen. Not because we don't need it, but because that's not what McDermott does. It just doesn't – it isn't what he does.
They're drafting a guard.
Yeah.
Hey, let me throw something out there.
Well, wait, Sterls, before you go, because Ron had technical difficulties and he's not had a moment to really have a statement. So I want to ask him a question before we kind of get too deep. We'll get back to you, Sterls. So write it down, please. I don't want to.
You guys hear me okay? I mean? Do you hear me okay now?
No, we can hear you. We don't hear like cars driving down the street.
People falling down the stairs.
We don't hear.
Oh, is that what it was before? Oh, that's my kids were getting ready for bed. I'm sorry. Oh, I do my shows after.
He plays a sentimental card. It was my kids.
Right. He's gonna make us feel bad. Like
no, I didn't know what it was.
So we're gonna be nice.
Spence has the sun out behind him still. I mean, here it's gonna be 8 o'clock.
I mean, listen. First of all, Phoenix is dope. Let me just tell you.
I bet it is.
Let me just tell y'all.
I'm about to hang up.
Listen, Ron, let me ask you this, because you and I have worked together on a charity and we've done other things together. Before I ask you questions about football, you have a new charity that it is about to be a big deal in the Western New York community. I want to give you an opportunity to kind of let people know about it, and I want to give you the opportunity to like really just push it for a second, and then we'll talk football for sure. We got another 20 minutes to talk football, so let's do this.
Well, I appreciate that. I used to, you helped me with BB&G Charities, Building, Believing, and Giving, and that ended after 5 years, basically because of COVID. And our last event was the bowling event when the Buffalo Buttes were there, and then after that, everything happened. And so over the summer, I talked with my team and just said, we had a nice 5-year run, and we donated the rest of the money to the teacher's desk that we had left over instead of keep paying for the stuff to keep it open. In the last month, I've been really kind of getting itchy about, when this is over, I got to do something, but it's got to be something different. And as many know, we're foster parents, and, and Spence, I believe you met our son. So you might be the only one out there that's actually seen his face. I think you're the only one that's ever actually seen his face. And,
Ron, real quick, diss. Your son is way cooler than you. But go ahead.
Hell yes, he is.
Wait, was he in the kickball tournament?
Yes, you were.
I did meet him. Yes, I did.
Yes, he was at the. That's right, because you were playing kickball too. That's right.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know this kid.
Yep, that's right. And so, I talked with the foster agency I deal with, a foster group. And I said, you guys do this Christmas thing every year where you're giving all, the kids presents and stuff. And they said, yeah. I said, where do you get that money from? They said, they just hope people can donate, and sometimes, and it's for all the kids in the family, because people think about foster parents. Like, my kids help with that baby so much. And the foster agency take care of my kids too. Like, they sit there and say, hey, they'll get them each a gift too for Christmas, because, they're part of this too. They're letting another member of the family come in and major space, but my kids have totally enveloped this kid like nothing, and we're so close to adopting him, hopefully the next few months, right? And as long as everything goes right. And so I've been talking with them, and so what I want to do is I want to start a program, and I'm calling it Children of the Guardian. See, like, we're the Guardians, see? So Children of the Guardian, and basically I want to do 2 events for the children a year, which would be a summer picnic in the summertime, and we'll get all the foster families invited in the summertime, and then a Christmas party with Santa Claus and all that in the wintertime. And during that time, up to each one, I'll just be raising funds by, online, jersey raffles or whatever, or people just donating. And just think, it's like we all have love to give, man. So I just can't just sit idle and do nothing. So I figured this would be something that, it's going to be true to my heart. It's going to be good to my heart, and hopefully other people will too, So that kicks off in January. So I appreciate you letting me talk about it, man.
Well, I appreciate you, man. And as far as BBG, I know that everybody, it's not one of the charities right now because you shut it down and you're no longer doing it because of COVID. BBG was one of those areas that we got a chance to do a lot for a lot of good people. We were able to help people do a lot of good things. So I appreciate you, and I just want to be able to promote you and help you build that new charity and do things that we have to do. So before we go and before we move on, I want to this question is actually geared towards 3 people: Joe, Ron, and Ashley. I am getting feedback, so I'm going to try to mute everybody to see where it comes from to let everybody know. I feel like it's Ron, so I'm going to start with you. And it was Ron. So I'm sorry, I'm tipsy, y'all. Y'all got to deal with me, okay? You got to deal with me.
I didn't even smoke yet, so I'm not there. This is the first beer. We just got number 2. Southern Tier, by the way, guys.
That's your first beer? That's the clearest beer I've ever seen.
Well,
right, you're tripping.
Okay, but it's Southern Tier. I'm trying to buy local a little bit. This is their new seltzer. Very good.
You good,
I've heard of Pepsi Clear. I've never heard of Labatt Clear.
Look, gotta keep the figure right, you know.
See, Spence, this is why I do my shows after 8 o'clock, because I know I'll have a chance at some kind of quiet. Remember, I got 9 kids
good,
here.
Man. It's all good. Man. But yo, first of all, I do want to say this. As a black man, and I know this isn't about race, and I don't ever want to make everything about race. Ron adopting a kid that is not white is a big deal for me personally, and I appreciate him showing that type of love. I will move on. I just want to say that publicly, real quick. It matters and it means a lot. I love you. Thank you, Ron. Okay, moving on. Moving on. The next question. The first part is for Ashley. The second part is for Joe and Sterling. I got a real good question for Anthony and Ron to end the show, and then we got my guy, Brother Bill, joining us. It's about to go down. I'm just telling y'all, it's about to go down.
Hey,
Brother Bill. That's like Brother Bill is here.
Personality.
Yo, first of all, I need y'all to understand. And actually, I didn't even realize. I just looked. He's in the room, so he's here. I didn't think he was here yet, and now you said it. He's here. Yes. So just to let y'all know, my man, Brother Bill, is here. So I'm gonna ask this question. And then we're going to move on, and we're going to bring my brother Bill in, and we're going to get ready for Sunday night football.
Oh, baby.
Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Okay, so the question is, last week, we won the game convincingly without John Brown. Tonight, we're facing the 11-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. First, Ashley, and then Anthony, and then Joe. Or actually, I want to talk to Joe by myself. Ashley, and then Anthony, and Steros for the girls. No, Steros talked a lot. See how this works? I got to figure this out in advance.
It's that crown talking.
Sorry, I distracted you by coming on tonight because you didn't think I'd be here. So.
Hey,
no, real talk. I didn't think Ashley was going to join us. I thought Ashley was going to be one of those. Yeah, I thought Ashley was going to be one of those people that was like, nah, I'm cool. So I didn't think Ashley was going to join us. So. But do we think the offense is really going to miss John Brown?
See, all right. My opinion on John Brown is that he does stretch the field pretty well. He definitely gives the offense a different dimension, and we do miss him when he is not on the field. But as we've seen last week with our rookie Gabe Davis, I mean, only three receptions, but one of them was a touchdown, 68 yards. He's been very consistent this year. And at the beginning of the year, I really thought that he was going to go for Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He has been playing exceptionally well, especially for how late we drafted him. I'm very impressed with this group of wide receivers, how we can fill, Isaiah McKenzie in, Andre Robertson. Brian Dable has been cooking up amazing plays for this offense. I love that we almost see a trick play every week. Missing John Brown is definitely, it sucks, but it is what it is. And, this team's been playing like, I hate to be this guy, but they've been playing like the Patriots, next man up. As Bill Belichick always said, next man up, do your job. And that's what these wide receivers have been doing. You're missing Smokey. I think he can come back next week, I saw. So, just stay consistent. Cole Beasley's been shining a lot. And I love that a different wide receiver has been featured almost every week. Cole Beasley was definitely number one last week. He had the best game of his career, 130 yards, 9 receptions, 1 touchdown, and then Stephon Diggs loves it here. You can tell he loves it here. He might not be the number one guy every single week, but he's definitely still playing a prominent role in this offense. So between Beasley, Diggs, Davis, missing John Brown, it sucks, but I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Anthony, what do you think? Because me personally, I agree with Ashley. So what do you think, Anthony? Like, do you think that we'll be okay, or do you think we really miss John?
I think the offense has proven that we don't need John Brown for sure. I mean, we've seen it, right? Josh is still doing his thing. The guys who have stepped in have done just as good, right? They've certainly done well. But don't get it twisted. John Brown is a key part of this offense. We're still a very good offense, but when John Brown comes back, we're going to take an even bigger step forward because Allen has so much chemistry with John Brown. He trusts John Brown. We did see it last week with Cole Beasley, the way they were just like mind reading each other for throws on the field, even on busted plays. So, I mean, he clearly has that type of chemistry with these guys, but John Brown is a key piece for both Allen and the offense. Do we need him? Let's say his season was over. Would I be worried, concerned? No, our offense is still able to move forward, but the fact that we're getting him back makes me even more excited to see what this offense can do when he's in there, because everybody's going to get the ball at that point, and you could literally pass the ball every play, and there's nothing any defense can do about it.
Okay, so what we're going to do real quick. First of all, thank you, Anthony. You were very you sounded smart. Can I say it that way?
Sometimes I do, right?
You sounded smart, man.
I started
thank
out
you
with
for the
good
Hoof Pod. Well, I appreciate the Hoof Pod joining us. Tonight was one of those episodes where it was like I just wanted to get with my friends. I didn't want a guest. I didn't want to have a bunch of people from Pittsburgh. I wanted to have people who love Buffalo, and I wanted to have people who love the Bills. And Anthony and Sterling first, before I say anything about anybody else, are two of the guys who really love Buffalo and they love the Bills. And they don't even live there. They live in Denver.
It's a big week next week, bro.
It's a huge week for them next week. So we're going to have those guys on again. I might actually, I'm going to talk to them about this afterwards. I might have Anthony on the pod. We don't know. We don't know. It might not
totally be in Denver, though.
Anthony, do you walk the streets with those clothes?
Ashley,
absolutely.
Well, hold on, Ashley. If you fly out to Denver, I'll fly out too.
I have to go back to work tomorrow, so I really don't think
you told me that.
That's something I can do.
Yeah, you told me that. So check this. Well, first of all, in the comments, Bruce is acting like he's not my friend. Bruce Luciv, he is offended that he's not considered a friend. Here's the thing. I know the identity of my friends. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there.
I'm just wondering who Bruce Exclusive is. Who's Bruce Exclusive?
Right. I know my friends.
I know who Bruce Exclusive is, but I've never heard of Bruce Exclusive.
I'm just saying, I've been to Joe's house. No. I'm saying Bruce Exclusive, Joe.
Bruce Exclusive.
Stop it.
That's
you stop it, Joe.
Almost.
It's Bruce Exclusive. You stop it, Joe. You stop it. Don't you do that to me.
I've been trying.
No, but seriously, I appreciate all you guys joining me. I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. Ron has actually been my longest tenured friend in this chat, but I'm very, very lucky to have all of you as friends, and I appreciate you. Anthony, I'm going to ask you first. What's your prediction for tonight?
Well, I said it on our podcast, and honestly, we've hit on everything, right? The Bills' defense is playing better. The offense is playing electric. My score prediction is Buffalo Bills 31, Steelers 9. I don't think we allow them to score a touchdown. Our defense is damn good, and I'm telling you, this is the game to play from start to finish, shut them down. I don't want to see some damn garbage time touchdowns like they got 2 last week. Let's absolutely play a full game from start to finish. The defense doesn't get the fourth quarter off, so let's go. Let's do it.
Talk about it.
I'm sorry, I just had a moment. I just had to let that thing go. Yeah, I don't know if you saw me. I was like, here, I was there. I had to go. You were talking.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get fired. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get fired, man.
We're rolling, baby. Let's go.
Buffalo Rumblings is gonna be like, yo, Spence gotta go.
Either that or you're getting an endorsement from Crown Royal. Right?
I was doing like this. I was like, you got that. You're talking that stuff. Like, let's do it.
You're talking some real serious stuff over there.
Go.
Sterls, where you at? What you got?
Oh man, it's gonna be 34-20 Bills, obviously. Yeah, and not you know, hey, I really do think though, the Bills can get a defensive touchdown tonight. That's my bold prediction.
6 yards from it last week. 6 yards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ranting Ron, what you got?
Well, I've been saying all week, I'll take the Buffalo Bills 30-10. I don't think Pittsburgh will move the ball much. I did predict the Washington to beat
30-10?
Pittsburgh. So I think we're going to move the ball well. They're missing some linebackers. I mean, we should be able to hit the ball over the middle a little bit. And Gabe Davis is going to go off tonight. I think he's getting better every week. And yeah, I think it's going to be 30-10. I don't see Pittsburgh moving the ball that well.
Yo, if it's 30-10, you tell me favorite whatever. I'm sending it to you. No, real talk. I'm not even being funny. If you tell me if the game is 30, if the Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't even forget the 30-10. If the Pittsburgh Steelers score less 10 or 11 points, so if they scores 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, whatever, less than 11 points, I'll buy you whatever you want, man.
All right. You guys all
Also,
here.
my prediction
We're all doing a shot together. How about that?
There you go.
Well, no, Ashley got a bottle coming because Ashley, we coming to you next, Ashley.
I can't get nothing.
Sterling, first of all, you coming to Phoenix soon. We supposed to party. I got plans for you. Don't mess it up, man. Don't mess it up.
Well, I'm definitely a little sad that we're not actually at the stadium right now tailgating.
Yes.
Actually, we'd probably be in the stadium sitting down, getting ready, like watching the introductions right now.
Oh, Spence is ready. Spence is ready.
Yo,
How heartbreaking is
look
it?
at this bottle. Look at this bottle. Look where it is. When I bought it, it was full. I'm gonna
They're
put it
going
like
for
that.
the liquor tonight.
This is what happens when you have to wait all day for the game.
This
That's
game is a
way too long.
marathon, not a sprint. You gotta go slow. You gotta
You gotta buy
ease into it.
I'm just saying, I'm there. Joe laughs at me all the time because he's like, dude, you're tipsy. And I'm like, so?
I try to go 1 1/4. I don't want to go crazy, but
No,
it's
no.
enough that it keeps
Nope.
me going. You know?
I've been drinking Crown since noon, so I'm good. But
Maybe
noon
I'll
out
do
here
a
is
shot. Maybe I'll do a shot. All right.
But I'm also
feeling
2
spicy
hours.
tonight. All
Well,
right,
I'm
but
2
anyways,
hours
I just wanted
behind
to throw
you.
that little bit of tailgating in there because, man, my pictures popped up from a year ago when we were playing the Ravens, and I was super sad to see that, like, we were all at the game, chilling in our little winter hats and our little winter coats. We were just so happy. Hopefully next year, that's a real. Oh Lord,
The pull-out
that?
king.
Right. No, I'm a shot.
I am
I'm gonna
not
shout
the
out
pull-out
the
king.
I'm going to shout the pull-out
that game
king
was a
out
little
soon.
distracting.
Spence, you know I'm not the pull-out king.
No. All the kids you got, you are.
I'll see you guys later.
You guys are crazy.
Hey,
I'm glad there's a little feminine energy to this because it seems like it needed it.
that man
Anyways,
finished regardless.
my score prediction is going to be 30-17. I hope that's what I said on my podcast. I think that's what it is, but I said 30-17. I think that third quarter just gets to this team all the time. We're looking a little better in that third quarter. Like I know Anthony and I talked about on my podcast a couple weeks ago. It's just that third quarter is the Achilles heel. That's when the teams score all the points that go against us. I think they're definitely going to score 1, maybe 2, but those other quarters, we're going to shut them down.
Yo, wait a minute.
What are these comments right now?
Yo. Listen. First, let me. Okay, I'm gonna take this down. First.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Right.
I've never had a beer in my life. Is this what it's like?
Let me first thank everybody. I appreciate Ron Furrowing. I combined her name.
Darling.
Hey,
Furrowing.
don't even try, bro. Hey, can we just revisit that last comment?
No.
I think we're good on
Furrowing.
that.
Furrowing.
I really think we're good on that.
Wait, which comment are you talking about?
Offline, we can chop that up, bro.
No, which one? Which one?
I fell out, starting with I fell out.
I fell out, but never pulled out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, text me. Call me. Text me.
Oh, Lord.
Comment on that.
But I want to thank Ron, Ashley, Anthony, and Sterling for joining me. Joe, we're going to end the show in the next couple minutes, but I want to thank the 4 of you for joining us and having a good time, man. This has been awesome. I love you guys. I'm sorry, Ron, that it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. For sound, I got to get you on the spot. No, I got to go
once in a while, but hey, I feel blessed to be invited, man. Being around these guys, I've had Anthony on my show before, so and I get everyone eventually on here, so on Tuesday night, so but I appreciate being asked to come on. I was starting to doze off upstairs, and I go, I lost the clock, so I appreciate you getting on here, but thanks a lot.
So I don't want to be mean, but I'm gonna let go of all my people here. They're gone. So say bye to them. And we're going to introduce you to the best hype man of all time.
Here he comes.
The best hype man of all time. Actually, no. Before I even put him on the screen, no, I'm gonna put me on the screen. Before I put him, I gotta hype him up. Let me move the chair. Yeah, I gotta get this out here. So first off, okay, first round draft pick for the Buffalo Bills. We got the guy. I don't know where he went to college. Who cares? We got the guy that drinks beer out of the Keurig machine. We got the guy that drives to Pittsburgh 4 hours to punt a freaking sandwich and then come back to Buffalo just to eat Jim's Steakout, even though I'm going to do that when I come to Buffalo as soon as I can. We got the guy that every week comes out and he does something special for you. We got my man, the best, the one, the only, Buffalo Bills one and only Brother Bill. What's going on, my dog?
That was amazing. I appreciate it.
What's up with your big dog?
Sterles is back.
I got my
dog. Wait. I'm sorry, Brother Bill. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry. I just want you to know, Brother Bill is really my dog. Like, I want you to know he's my friend, and I Brother Bill's my dog. I love this dude. His video today was the best video of all time in Buffalo Bills history. Brother Bill, tell me about what happened when I don't even know how you put this video together. The video you released at 5 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever time it came out, because it was here. I don't know.
4
Tell me
about
your video.
So, you see the people go to our stadium and mess with Ralph, and I don't play that, man. I had to jump in my car and just take the ride down and show them what's the good, Got my I thought it up. I was thinking about it all week, really, and then I was just like, that's it. Got in the car, drove, wrote the sign out, held it up out front of the stadium, twirled my jacket, went to Primanti Bros, and then sent it to the fucking moon.
Hey, Joe, you got any questions for my man Bill, Brother Bill?
Dude, I just want to know, because I'm old. You're not. First of all, I'm old. The three of you are not. How did you get a hold of the canvas, like the corduroy old school flat bill Bills hat? Because that thing is money.
This is my dad, so it's not. It's been in the family. He got it. I think it's the Cowboys, the '92 Super Bowl hat. I think it was there, honestly. So
that hat was hanging out in the basement, and you grabbed it, and you're like, "That's what's up, right there. That's what's up."
So, Brother Bill, you went out there and you got a sandwich to punt today, I don't know where you punted it. Did you actually get a chance to even try the sandwich, or you just punted it straight out and you didn't even try it? Like, tell me how that happened.
As much as I would love to say I just fucking punted it, I did try it. To be honest, I didn't like it, and I've had a Pittsburgher before at a food truck in the area here, and it was way better. So I was pretty disappointed. I tried it, I was disappointed, and then it made me even madder. It made me go Bojo on it and send it like 80 net yards as far as I could send it.
Hey man, the hang time on that sandwich.
Hashtag Bojo Mojo. Hashtag Bojo Mojo.
You connected, bro. You connected.
I hit him up, Sterling. I hit him up immediately after. I was like, yo, first of all, you are dope. And people are looking, like, companies are looking for people like you to push their product. We got to get him out there. Like, real talk. Brother Bill is one of he's one of the characters in Bill's Mafia that is original and that we all need to support. It's not about like anything else. Buffalo, we need to support Brother Bill, man. Like, let's push him. He's the guy that's coming from Buffalo that has original content, original ideas, original fresh. Let's push him. He's our guy. So, Brother Bill, before we go, because we got a few minutes, and I'm sorry I put you in so late.
Oh, no, you're good.
It ended up happening because of the difficulties. I intended to have you in earlier. I want to give you a moment real quick, and then it's just gonna be me and my guy Joe and Sterles for the girls. But I want to give you a moment real quick to talk about what do you feel like has to happen tonight for the Bills to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Sunday Night Football.
I mean, their defense is banged up, and that's their strong suit. So I think we go in there. I think we really work the middle of the field. Like, I think they got, like, maybe all three of their linebackers are out right now. And I think we just expose it. And, you know, Cole Beasley's been doing his thing. So I think that's a big opportunity for him that, like, these linebackers are out and he thrives in that slot area. So I think we'll see a big game out of him. I think we see a big game out of primetime Josh. I think he's turned that corner, and I think he's going to let the world know who he is again. Even like every week we say this, and every week he fucking does it, and every week they keep pushing it back. Oh, next week we'll say it. Like, no more pushing back. This is
I love that though.
The narrative is over after this. He's going to show up. He's going to show out primetime. I didn't drive to Pittsburgh to fucking get an L tonight and get shit talked by whoever Steeler fans saw it. We're handling business. Bills by $1 billion.
I love it.
Bills by $1 billion.
I love it. Bills by $1 billion. So the last question I want to ask you before I let you go, because I know the game is coming on soon. Where the Bills by $1 billion come from, man?
I honestly made the page, and I was talking to my boy who was with me as I was making it. This was like almost a year ago, probably now. And he's just like, dude, you just need you need a good tagline. And I kind of just said it. It was just the first. I was like, Bills by $1 billion. You know, it's got the word in it already, and I've been using it literally since my first day on Twitter, and it's really caught on. And it's actually trending. Some people sent me a picture. It's trending today, like 30 minutes ago, which is awesome.
Well, no, I told you earlier before you posted the video. I was like, bro, you gonna trend. You gonna get at least, you know, like I gave you a number.
He's gonna trend until he gets that cease. You're gonna trend until you get that cease and desist letter from the Bills, like we did.
I just feel like you got to be doing wrong stuff to get cease and desist, but we gonna leave that alone.
Nope.
I'm just saying we gonna leave that alone because I ain't got one yet, and I got bills all the time. Anyway, Brother Bill, thank you, man. I love you so much. I appreciate you. We're gonna chop it up. Hey, enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. So, hey, to end the show out, I got my man Joe Miller. I got my man Sterls for the girls.
Sterls for the girls.
I'm gonna ask y'all one question, and two questions actually, and you both can answer it. And then after that, we'll be out and we'll be able to watch the game. First, your score prediction, and then two, in order for them to win, the most important thing that has to happen tonight. So that should probably be the first question, and then you give me your score prediction. So the most important thing that has to happen for the Bills to win, and then what is your prediction of the score? And we're going to start off with my man Sterls for the girls, and then we're going to go to my man Joe Miller, because me and Joe Miller are going to end this thing out like we do on Hump Day Island back in the day, even though back in the day was like 3 weeks ago.
Hey, hey, you got to punk them. That's the most important thing you got to do. You got to get in their face, and you got to hit them in the mouth. That's it. And it don't even have to be anything like, you know, in the weeds, right? Anything crazy. You know, being from the dirty, hey, what's the best way to shut somebody up? Hit them in the mouth. That's what you got to do.
That's right. Score prediction.
34-20.
Oh, yeah.
34-20.
34-20.
34-20. Buffalo Bills winning it. You got it.
Yep.
Where you at, Joe Miller?
So this is what I got. So for me, the most important thing that has to happen is the Buffalo Bills got to get Josh Allen into a rhythm. For me, I don't give a crap about either defense in the sense of like what the Pittsburgh defense can do, and I don't care about what the Bills defense can do. I believe that the Buffalo Bills can outscore, can outpace the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that can only happen if Josh is in a rhythm. To Sterl's point, go out there, punch him in the face, get Josh in a rhythm, put him in command of the entire football field, standing tall, confident, proud, ready to rip. My prediction was 32-27, and John Fina called me out and was like, "How many field goals are they kicking?" And I was like, "Oh crap, math." So now I'm with Sterls. I'm at 34-27. One possession game. Bills win 34-27.
All right, I'm going 28-14. Buffalo Bills.
Nice.
I think that what they're going to try to do is establish the run because of the fact that the Buffalo Bills have been susceptible to the run. I think we haven't been great. They're going to try to establish it. They're going to score a touchdown early, first quarter, running game. And you're going to be like, damn, this is going to be messed up. They're going to get another one, third quarter. You're going to be like, damn, this is really messed up. But the Buffalo Bills defense have started to figure it out. And I think that the time that we've given them to really start to gel. And I know, we haven't, as fans, we haven't given them time.
Right.
But realistically, the time that we've given them, and they're starting to get healthy, and they're starting to gel, and they're starting to do things together. I don't think that the Steelers score more than 14 points. I don't see it.
Yeah.
First, I think Trey is dope. I think Trey White is dope, and I don't think Clayton or whatever his name. I don't even know the rookie's name. I'm tipsy. So I'm saying it because I'm tipsy like that. Like normally I would respect him. Tonight it's like 4 minutes away, so I don't respect him. I think we're gonna beat them. I think we're gonna beat them bad, and I don't care what anybody else says.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Good with it.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Well, listen, Joe agrees. Steros for the girls agrees with me. I love you all. Okay. We're gonna do this again next week, and it's gonna be cool. We're gonna be back with my man Mookie Hawkins, WFO beats reporter for the Buffalo Bills. Hopefully I can get Joe to again next week too. I miss being on the screen with Joe, so I'm gonna try to get him on a little bit more.
You gotta have me in there because it's in my hood. It's in my hood.
We boys.
Well,
the three of us.
The thing is, so Sterling has recently recovered from COVID, so I try to give him space, but no more. He will have no more space. I'm going to suffocate Sterling. So listen, everybody, enjoy Sunday Night Football. Go Bills. Let's do this. I got on my. Let's do this.
Go Bills.
Let's do this.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. I love you all. Take care of each other. Take care of each other. Treat each other right.
Treat each other right.
Okay. Go Bills. Let's
go.
go. Love y'all.
Let's go.